A great day. Meet us online right now for the after show.
And welcome to the Fox After Show, and that noise you hear behind me is the tearing down of our stage right now. And so, hey, we're going to hear some things fall, a lot of stuff going on around here. Good morning. Once again, we're right across the street from Minute Maid. Astros lost last night, as you well know, 11-4 to the Rangers. Rangers are headed to the World Series. Astros looking to make some changes during the baseball season and probably right before. And we'll get you up to speed on those during that time. But in the meantime, let's go to Ruben. Ruben, we don't know where you are today, but we do know that you have a heavy heart because the Astros lost last night.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Nate. So we're at Dandelion Cafe here in Bel Air, and we've been here all morning long. We've been having a little breakfast. We've been having a couple of cups of coffee, talking to Astros fans, getting their take on how they're feeling this morning and how they feel that, about the offseason and what needs to be done. But, per usual, nobody losing their mind, nobody acting crazy. They've been here before. It's like you can't go to the World Series every year, right? So I think, at least from the people that we've spoken to, everybody was, kind of like, it was a good run. We had some problems earlier in the season and later in the season, and, and I'm sure, Nate, you've been talking about this as you've been kind of doing more of the nuts and bolts of the sports aspect of it. But it's worth saying. You start the season with no Altuve for 3 months. We lose Garcia very, very early on. He's out for the season. Lance McCullers, no sign of him, and no telling when he comes back. And then we don't even get Michael Brantley back till 6 weeks ago. So you get to a point to where you just can't overcome everything. Credit to the Rangers. The pitching was there for them when they needed it most, and it wasn't there when we needed it most. So that's going to be the tale of the tape, unfortunately. But yeah, Dandelion, everybody having a good time this morning. Good crowd. The food's incredible. If you've never been here, Nate, I know you're looking for a good coffee shop all the time. Not too far from one of your favorite spots, 5405 Bel Air. Come on down. The breakfast is really good. The coffee's really good. So here's my take. I think if we're at full speed, full strength, going into the next year, into the the next season, I got a good feeling that we'll be back in the postseason again, and I think most Astros fans believe that. But right now, congrats to the Astros for for fighting hard as long as they did, all the way into Game 7 of the ALCS, and congratulations to those Rangers fans, and go take care of business in that World Series. Back to you, Nate.
That's a good job, Ruben. And please, I think I have the address of that location where you are now, 5405. Dave, make note of that.
I got you.
All right, thank you very much, Ruben. And I appreciate your take. That's a really good take, Ruben. That's a really good take.
See you, buddy.
All right, we'll keep it moving. All right, man, I think he heard me. That's a really good take from Ruben. All right, let's keep it moving now. Talk to Backstage Dave. Backstage Dave. Hey, Dave. Last night, You just knew once you saw Seager hit that first home run, and then you saw Adolis Garcia, he came up with a big hit. You had Nathaniel Lowe go deep. You know, you had Carver came up with a big hit. Woo!
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not upset. We had a great season, and we all love our Astros, and we thank them and congratulate them, our Astros, on a fantastic season. Could have been better, could still be playing. They wouldn't be tearing that stage down around you. But, you know, I'm happy for the Rangers. We got outplayed. I don't know what's going on with us at home. I don't know what the challenges are. That's something that needs to be looked at. We just don't win at home. And I think that's a major issue, especially when you face high caliber teams like the Rangers. The Rangers just outplayed us. They wanted this more, and we got outplayed. But I congratulate the Rangers, and I'm rooting for them, of course. Texas team in the World Series. That's cool. But yeah, there'll be some changes, I think, coming with the Astros. But then again, we're not going to knock them down, because look how we did so much better than so many other teams. When you think about it, it's fact. And we should be very proud of what the Houston Astros accomplished. You know, what we've pulled off over the years, so many postseason appearances, the World Series wins, the World Series appearances. We've done a lot. We are a really good team, and I agree with you. I think we'll be back. Adjustments need to be made because there are teams that are better than us, and they're the ones that they get to move on. But hey, Nate, and I know your commentary this morning about Coach, you know, whether or not he'll be back. I heard the commentary this morning, so I know you've addressed that. We'll see. Some of the other players that you mentioned may or may not come back. But you know what? They're the ones that make those executive decisions. We don't. We're just fans, and we just yell and cheer for what we think should happen. We're the Monday morning quarterbacks. I know it's a football reference, but you know what I mean. All right, Nate, there is some good news today, though, in the world of show business and Hollywood. This morning, you had an interview with Angel Manuel Soto, the director of Blue Beetle. It did great in the movie theaters. It debuted at #1. Angel revealed to me this morning he started his movie career in Texas, which is another cool thing. In Austin, at the Alamo Drafthouse, it was one of his first jobs. And now he's moved up. He's a big-time director, and he's directing the superhero movie Blue Beetle, which I love. Saw it in theaters. Man, this thing was really good. But in case you missed it, you can pre-order it now. It officially comes out on Halloween, October 31st. Blue Beetle on DVD, Blu-ray, digital, all that stuff. You can watch it in your living room. It's a fun superhero movie. And what I really, really, really like about Blue Beetle, Nate, is the fact that it's an easy superhero movie to follow. It's basically an ancient relic, takes over the body of Xolo Maridueña. We know him from Cobra Kai. He plays the superhero in this film, and takes over his body, and it's easy to follow. Sometimes superhero movies can get very challenging to follow along. So many things going on. You're taken in by the visuals. A lot of times I just go, look, there goes that, there goes that. And I'm talking about the plots. Some movies lose me when there's that much going on. But Blue Beetle is easy to follow along. The entire family can watch it. And it is about family. Another friend of ours, George Lopez, stars in this movie. He's got a really funny character as the funny, silly uncle. But yeah, Blue Beetle, if you want to own it at home, you can pre-order it now, and it comes out October 31st. One last thing, Nate, in the world of Hollywood. The strike talks continue today. The Motion Picture Alliance that represents all the major studios, Bob Iger from Disney, the head of Universal, the head of Netflix, and the head of Universal. They'll all be in the meeting today with SAG-AFTRA, and that does include Fran Drescher, the president of SAG-AFTRA. And if you're wondering, yes, I did mention the nanny's name. The nanny is that character. She's the president of SAG-AFTRA. She will be in the negotiating room, but talks, they were cut off a couple of weeks ago. There was just too much of a disagreement, but they are meeting today in Los Angeles. And Nate, I'm going to put it out there right now. I feel confident that a deal may be announced later today, possibly by, if not today, the end of the week, and there will be a deal signed by next week. Let me tell you why I say that. If they don't get back on track with filming, the spring and summer movie season of next year will be lost. There are reshoots that need to happen for major films. So many things have been moved. Yesterday, they announced that Mission Impossible will be moving. That's a huge tentpole project for Paramount. There will be a lot of money that will be lost if they don't get back on track to filming these movies and getting them done. TV series as well that have been on hold. The strike itself passed 100 days a couple of days ago. The writers have a deal. We're waiting on the actors, and I'm pretty confident, Nate, that today there will be a lot of progress. There's pressure on both the union, SAG-AFTRA, and there is pressure on the studios to get a deal. Bob Iger, the head of Disney, called this meeting today and said, we've got to get this done. We have got to get this moving. It's already been proven that movies that haven't been able to do promotion have lost a lot of money at the box office. So they got to get on track, my friend. And I think today there's going to be a lot of, they just put them in a room and they're going to say, you know what? We've got to make this deal. I think this is the biggest push to date to get it done. And that'll be great for us because we'll be doing more of the interviews. We've had a lot of directors, producers, but you're going to see a lot more actors that will be able to join us because the strike will have ended. I think within a week, it'll be done.
All right. Well, Dave, thanks so much. I hope that is done because we want to see you giving us new updates on new movies and not the old movies. I do want to ask you, but I'll ask you tomorrow about Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. It only ran one season. I'd love to see it again. Maybe you can get some insight on that for us. But in the meantime, have a great day, man, and let's keep the Astros in our hearts and you know, keep them where they need to be on top of that list, man. See you tomorrow. All right, brother. All right, so my thoughts very quickly about the Astros. We'll see what happens with Dusty Baker. Love Dusty. I think he did a phenomenal job. Was here for 4 years. Took the Astros to a World Series, won a World Series. He's going into the Hall of Fame. Would love to see him come back as a manager, but we really don't know what's going to happen. He has to make the decision on that as far as what his future is going to be. Astros, there will be some changes. The Rangers were just better as you continuously hear the noise from the breakdown of our beautiful set that we had this morning. Really appreciated being in that set. Once again, it's been a great season covering Astros baseball. I had a ball doing that. We got some other things, though. We also got Texans. We got college football. We got a whole lot more of everything coming your way. And the Rockets are starting to get cranked up. So I want to make sure that I give a lot of love to our crew. We will be back at it. We have Making the Grade in the morning. We will be at Spring Westfield. Phenomenal student athlete out there, great football player. He's probably going to end up playing in the NFL. We know he's going to play major college football because he is a stud. In the meantime, though, we want to make sure we thank our crew. Daniela Cinderella, Lisa Taylor, Brittany, a.k.a. Busy Keandra, the sweet one, Barbie doll Barbie, Jessica the Great Berman, Rico the Suave Jones. Was he at work today, Kevin? Was he at work today, Kevin? He is there. There he is. There's Rico. There's Rico right there. The Lion, Gremlin grad, Kevin 5K Collins. Who do you guys play this weekend, Kevin? Do you know? Do you know the schedule? Do you know who you play this weekend? Any idea? You don't do? Okay, I'll find out for you, let you know. The chef, just Tuesday. The chef, John Butler, also known as Mr. Meat. I wonder who A&M is playing this weekend. They need a win. One, can I get a Mike Jake Miller? Big Daddy Bradley, Elisa Rashad Snell, Catherine, Texas Tech, Grandpa Mark Jenner. They need a win, too. Alex, what's up? Supco, Randy Pickle Juice, Tilly on Miss Maggie, $2 Todd. The mayor, Dave Lanier, my good buddy who is right now packing up because we have somewhere to go. And then there is John, let me take that back. John Chastain and Chris. I drove a green Lamborghini to work, Lambo Lamborghini. I am Nate Griffin. That's going to do it for today. Y'all have a great day. We will see you first thing in the morning.